Stop over-editing your YouTube videos. I mean, why would you spend 10 hours and 10,000 tears editing when you could do it in just one?
What the f is this?
I mean, look at this guy. He has 2.5 million subscribers and gets over 1 million views on his videos with just a simple white wall and basic editing. So today we'll look at why YouTube editing is changing, examples of simple editing from massive creators, and how you can cut down editing to just 1 hour and finally get out more videos. But before I show you how massive creators are editing their videos, you need to understand what's actually changed on YouTube. A few years ago, everyone was trying to become the next Mr. Beast with a high production value and a lot of yelling.
I just bought that private. This is the largest slice of pizza.
But recently, YouTube's global managing director, Kim Larson, said that viewers will watch anything, really, that appeals to them, regardless of who made it and how polished it looks. And that's because viewers care more about a genuine connection and trust and don't really care so much about the fancy production or editing as much. You see, authenticity can shine through without editing, and sometimes it happens mostly in the simple moments, or at least in the imperfect ones. Think about your own watching habits. When you're looking for advice on YouTube, are you looking for the 3D animations and perfect transitions? Or do you click on the person who feels real, or at least is someone that you think you can trust? Usually it's the second one. So let's take a look at who is paving the way for this YouTube renaissance and how you can implement their techniques today. Remember when Emma Chamberlain first blew up? Everyone thought that her messy editing style was just a beginner's mistake. Jump cuts, zero transitions, and random zoom-ins with her iPhone. But here's what most people miss. It wasn't amateur editing. It was strategic authenticity. While other creators went crazy with their effects, Emma kept it real. And her newest videos? Still just basic cuts, no background music most of the time, and no fancy transitions. And yes, her content of influencer-style vlogging doesn't really require a lot of editing to begin with, but watch how she's refined this simple editing style. Strategic pauses after punchlines, perfectly timed cuts that enhance her storytelling rather than distract from it. The simplicity isn't lazy, it's intentional. And then there's someone like Joe Rogan and the other video podcasters. Their videos are so long, how will anyone stay engaged? Well, if you look at his most viral podcast clips, it's just 2 cameras, clean cuts between different angles, and zero fluff. Same goes for other video podcasters. The authentic conversations speak for themselves. And if you want to learn more about Joe Rogan and how he conquered the world of podcasting, then you'll want to check out this video right here when you're done. YouTube is currently building even more features around podcasts. Why? It's because that's what the people want to watch, even if it is an hour too long. Also, a ton of podcasts are skyrocketing in popularity on YouTube by uploading simple clips with minimal editing. But the most mind-blowing example of this move to simplicity is Clear Value Tax. If I were to tell you that one of the fastest growing finance channels on YouTube was just some random guy standing in front of a white wall, would you believe me? No fancy studio, no slick animations, just clean cuts and the occasional text and image overlay for context. And if he's feeling super fancy, then maybe you get yourself a PowerPoint presentation. Look at this comparison right here. While other finance creators are spending thousands on motion graphics and studio setups, Clear Value Tax is pulling in millions of views with the simplest possible setup. But pay attention to what he's actually doing. Every cut and asset has a purpose. The basic text graphics and images appear with no transitions, showing up exactly when you need them, and then disappearing immediately after they've been read. And his success proves that content creators will need to enhance focus on storytelling and connection with their viewers, which could be intimidating for some. But on the plus side, you don't need to have any prior knowledge of editing if you're new to YouTube, meaning that everyone can start creating video content because the technical barrier for entry is now so much lower than it was before. Then there's a guy by the name of PewDiPie, one of the biggest individual creators in YouTube history. He's actually been secretly teaching us this lesson for years now. Watch his recent videos more closely. He's not using a single fancy transition. Instead, he creates dynamic content by simply changing rooms. And the same could be said for Sulek. He just sits and talks to the camera in different places, either in the gym, the car, or the grocery store. But that's it. No fancy whoosh effects, no elaborate transitions, just clean cuts between different rooms in his house. The former king of the platform is moving away from complex editing. Why? That's because he's discovered what all of these creators know, and that is when your content is good, fancy editing doesn't just waste time, but it also gets in the way of your connection with the viewers. And you want to know what else builds a connection between the viewer and the content creator? Subscribing. And you'll actually want to, because our next video covers how to make 30 podcast clips in just 30 minutes. But for now, let me show you exactly how to create these high-performing yet simple videos without spending hours in the editing bay like a goblin. First, focus on your story. and the value that you're trying to give to your viewer. As long as you have good lighting, good camera, and sound, that's really all you need. This also means that the more you prep for your video, the smoother filming will be, and the faster editing can be. Some creators just try to wing it, but I always recommend at least having an outline, even better, a script possibly, that you can read off of. And if you can, I would recommend reading off of a teleprompter too. This way you don't have as many takes in between those transitions. Also, there is an easy fix for all of that, but I'll show you that in just a bit. But speaking of teleprompters, I actually cover my favorite free ones in this video right here. But now look, there are a ton of editing tools out there. And while yes, a lot of them get the job done, most of them are overcomplicated and just tempt you to add unnecessary effects. Instead, let me show you what has saved me days of editing time, and that's Podcastle. This is a browser-based recording, editing, and publishing platform that's specifically designed for creating the kind of authentic content that we've been talking about. You can actually record in the platform on desktop or mobile with just you or up to 10 guests, or you can even upload your videos to edit. But here's what makes it different. It uses AI to handle all the tedious parts of editing that would usually eat up a lot of your time. Remember those filler words that we talked about? The uhs and ahs and that would normally take forever to edit out? Well, with just one click, they're gone. The background noise from the AC unit. Boom. Podcastle's AI removes it instantly. You don't even need an expensive mic or professional studio because Podcastle turns basic audio into studio-level sound with just one click. You can even add graphics easily and fix your eye contact with just a click. Let's say you messed up a line or you want to update part of your video weeks later. Podcastle can actually clone your voice and voice it over for you, and it matches your original audio perfectly. And so while you're editing your long video, you can even use their clip tool to make vertical shorts, and they're about to release something huge, and that is their AI tool that automatically generates social media clips from your longer videos. That's it, just one click, and you now have shareable content for every platform. And if you want to try it out, you can get 50% off your first month of Podcastle Pro to get access to their complete collection of AI tools linked down in the description below. But thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to learn how to create a video in Podcastle, then click here.